Hello, hello, everybody. I'm in a different area of the room or the house, whatever. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and the weather again is kind of iffy. Um, so sitting in here with Luna, and of course she's all tucked back here. So we'll see. We'll see how we go today. How we do. And getting myself so I can see how good we are coming through. I don't know. Hey Lenora, how are you? I'm trying to move closer to me. I feel like I'm like a million miles away. So yeah, I'm in the living room today. Just because I'm feeling it. Am I ready for the weather? Yeah. No. I'm not. I'm just praying that it does not happen. And if it does, it's mild and nobody gets hurt. So, but the last round we had that came through and stuff, here, what was it, a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, whatever, I prayed that same prayer and we didn't, so we'll see. I mean, it ended up, it came through pretty hefty, but nothing around here got affected, but I don't know. Where we're at right now, it says that it's going to be more north, but still, it's about an hour away. Agree, but it's got, yeah, it does. I opened up the bathroom window a little bit ago, just to kind of see how it was feeling outside because I wanted to open up all my windows, but I'm in here cold. I was like, but outside it's not bad at all. So, but I've not been up and around doing a whole lot today. So, Randy, how are you? Are you buttoning down the hatches? Are you getting ready for today, Randy? Um, so yeah, I almost opened them all up, but I didn't go ahead and do it. So, but yeah, Luna is kind of you know you can tell the mood. She's already preparing, so she's our weather barometer. She's the one that tells us kind of what's going to happen. So, oh, you're traveling to Rockville, okay? Well, hopefully you won't encounter too much weather. So, but yeah, she's kind of needy. So I thought, well, I'm just going to sit up here in the living room. And I'd been in here crocheting this morning anyway already and had everything in here. I just needed to bring my stand in here basically, and that was it. So, and that's the beauty of having this new internet is that I really can go anywhere in my house. And I'm watching myself right now, and oh my gosh, that is the clearest picture I've ever had. Ever. Even since the beginning. So, even in the beginning, whenever things seemed to, kind of be doing decently, and then our internet went to Kahootie. But safe travels, Randy. Safe travels to Rockville. And I really had planned on dashing today. And I don't know, I may see what the afternoon brings, but something's telling me no. And it's been raining, and I don't dash when it's raining anyway. I mean, I've done it. I've done it in the sun, whenever it's still warm out. But right now, with it, today is not bad as far as temps, but I'm not gonna get sopping wet and then get myself sick, so it'll be all right. Except for right after YouTube said you didn't have a problem, it didn't last for long though. Right. Exactly, Lenora. Exactly. Trying to get there before the storms come. I figure if I get to Rockville, I will stay at my cousin's before the storms hit. That is a good idea, Randy. Good idea. Hello, Bivin. I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome to the live. Well, I've taken a break on the granny squares. I did not do any crocheting while I was north, which I figured I wouldn't after I was online with you all on the trip up. Um, Whitney and I got to talking after we got back in from taking our break and getting us something to eat and everything. And then by that time we were so close to being to the kids. I was like, yeah, because Whitney even said you can go back on live, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna really have time. So anyway, apologies for that, but we had a good few days. They had an awesome trip in Vegas. They loved it. They had a lot of fun, I think, and it went really fast. Even for us, it went super fast. Um, but the weather wasn't good. It rained the whole time. So plans that we kind of thought, we didn't, and that's okay. We got to spend time and played inside and still had a good time. So just as well T-Mobile went down the rest of the day here. Oh wow. Well, and that's what we had. That's what our other was. So there you go. There you go. So we have been fortunate so far. We have been really fortunate so far that we haven't had any issues. We haven't. And I am thankful for that. So, okay. So, what I am doing, I am making a top. Okay, I just wanted to say hello. I'm at a restaurant area. Got to get back on the road. Love y'all. Many blessings and stay safe. You too, Randy, and safe travels. Stay safe. And, enjoy your time with family and whatnot. What I am doing, like I said in my little intro thing or whatever, which I know some people read it, some people don't matter. But I'm starting a top. And what I am doing is using the gifted, like little remnants scraps that Lenora so graciously sent me that are so fun. All of these little pieces, bits and bobs. And like that. And the purple, glitter. So yeah, I'm just starting. It's a summer top. And it's just your basic double crochet. Easiest thing ever. Easiest thing ever. Good morning. How are y'all doing? Oh, doing great. So glad to see you. So glad to see you, Sammy. So I just been kind of doing them in like little groupings of same color and stuff. And I have accessed the internet to kind of see kind of the progression of color and stuff a little bit to go by, just to give me something to go by. So it wasn't just going to look like a string of spit. So I don't have time to read the title. I'm trying to beat Chosen, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, and I doubt that people really read it. I usually try to kind of sometimes, not always, but sometimes, and sometimes I just see that, oh, it's a crochet, and I just turn it on. I don't look either. So Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Oh, my Q&A question that just popped up. How's the weather there? What's the weather like? It's like, yeah, we already talked about that. And I haven't seen Chosen the last couple of times, but he did pop in that one day because he had been sick. So, but the last time I was on there, whenever traveling, I don't think he was on that day with us. I'm in between lives at the moment. Hey, that works, Sammy. I'm just glad you popped in. But what I'm going to do different for this top is that it will have a pineapple pattern edge at the bottom. So I'm excited about that. I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to end it and do the pineapple edging because I want the pineapple edging to be where you can see it. Kind of see what the design is and stuff. But I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. Two lovely ladies, you both crochet, but usually at different times. Gotcha. Yeah, today's kind of a different time for me. So, but my time used to be back in the day was in the morning, and I switched to evening because at that time it worked for me better. And so now I'm just, like I said, all over the place. I saw her yesterday, so I popped in to like and say hello. It's okay, you'll visit me. Oh, I appreciate that, Sammy. Okay. Your project looks amazing. Well, it's in the beginning stages. It's the one of the panels anyway, because it'll be two panels. So, and then once I get the panels put together, then I'll put the pineapple edging around the bottom. And I'm going to do it towards more like a ruffly type and not just straight pineapple. It will have like more of a ruffle at the bottom with the pineapple. And pineapple has always been one of my favorite patterns. And that comes from back in the day whenever I was doing a lot of doilies and stuff like that, like um, lace trims, things like that. So I fell in love with it, still love it. I've made some pineapple earrings. I think I've showed those on here before. They turned out pretty cute. And here after bit, I'm going to show you all my first granny square duster. It's not done. Not done. Um, but to show you kind of what I'm going to have to end up doing with it again. So, because I am going to have to tweak it a little bit more again. And where did my scissors go? I am going to have to tweak it some more. Um, and I think, going to have to end up taking my sleeves off because they're just about to drive me crazy. They're driving me crazy, me just sitting here looking at it because it just, it's not proportioned. It is not proportioned at all. So to save my sanity, um, and you all know what I mean whenever you look at it. I mean, it's quite obvious. So she's making a pillow that's in the shape of a car. It's a tutorial. I'm not interested in making that at the moment. I just finished vacuuming. Oh, awesome. I made recently possums named Itchy, who is being sold in my friend's bookstore. It's his mascot. Oh, awesome. Also designed a taco cat. Cute. 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 Yeah, like I said the other day, I need to get to making me some more possums because I think I'm down to one possum. And yeah, so far everywhere that I've had my possums, I have sold them out. They are still popular. You know, and it may be one of those things that continue to be popular and it may fizzle after a while. You know, you can only have so many possums, I think, but you know, I have videos of both with Sammy. Oh, I'll have to watch. I'll have to look. I have not caught up on all of my videos of y'all yet. I've tried to go back. I tried to go back and kind of catch up on Cindy and Travis's a little bit. And I did go on their live last night for a little bit when I had time and just kind of checked in with them for a minute. But yeah, this past week, you know, whenever I was gone and everything, I didn't have time to do anything. I was like full Grammy mode and like I said, took my crochet and everything with me, but you know, I thought, oh, of an evening, maybe if they go to bed early or, you know, or if I'm, you know, want to stay up a little bit. No. I mean, they went to bed good for me, or for us. Whitney went with too, but there was one night, Gray, he was out by 7:30. He was so tired, and he had been fighting sleep probably 2 hours before that even. And finally, I was like, come on, bud. Come on, you're coming with Grandma. We're laying down. And I thought just to rest a minute. I thought maybe okay, maybe he just needs to kind of, you know, take a break, recharge. Next thing I knew, he was out. He was out cold. But little Miss was still up, so, and Papa was with her, so went ahead and she stayed up for a little bit longer. And then she just all of a sudden, she just starts rubbing her eyes and stuff. And I heard her say, milk, milk, Grammy. I was like, are you ready for your milk? Yeah. So I was like, okay. So put her down and but we all were tired that day. We were all tired that day. So there was no staying up later to do any projects. So oh gosh, I wonder what they're holding now. Oh, Lenora, you got held in review for some reason. Don't know why. You didn't say anything. Travis and Cindy were cranking those fish out the other night. Yes, that's what they were saying. And I had seen the short of Cindy and stuff, and they were talking about it. I did see that short. But they even asked me, where were you the other night? And I was like, I was with my grandbaby. We didn't get home until, you know, late the night. Well, whenever I was talking to him last night, you know, we had gotten home late Sunday night. It was late because their plane didn't come in until what was it? Five. It was around 6. and then they still had to drive home, to get to their house. And that was about a half an hour, so that wasn't bad. Um, then by the time we got gone and everything, then it ended up being late when we got home. So I didn't get to catch anything this weekend. I didn't get to catch anything. So that would have been pretty cool to see. And I guess if they left it up as their live, I can always go back and watch it. Yeah, she said it was like 500 and some pounds or something like that in total weight of fish, and that it was just crazy. That would have been pretty neat. That would have been pretty cool to see. And said it was the most that she had ever done, I think, or ever had happen. 20 fish for 526 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was 500 and something. Yeah, and that's crazy. That's crazy. Good crazy. Okay. I about made it through all the colors that I had set back for this. So now I need to decide, I need to see how long it is. Because I want to make it long enough, but not too long to where then, excuse me, the pineapple is going to be too far down. I love fish. That sounds delicious. I had a craving for fish sticks and tartar sauce last week, so I got them. Reminded me of when I was a kid. Oh, I had to quit crocheting at one point because they kept rattling off numbers while I was trying to count. Oh no. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. Okay, we will take care of that one. My brothers used to do that, so I don't have a problem with people saying numbers. Oh no, you've switched sides. She's going to be all over the place today. I'm surprised she's still out, actually. But it's not doing anything right now. It's not raining or doing anything like that, but okay. Yes, it is very overcast. It's very overcast here. It's supposed to be partly sunny today, but it's not done any sun today, hardly at all. I don't usually because we've always done it to each other, but that was a lot, right? Yeah, because whenever it starts being like constant and stuff, yeah, it can get nerve wracking a little bit. Or not so much nerve wracking, but just it gets you all messed up, you know. Yeah, and it's supposed to be this way pretty well all day because it's supposed to rain off and on, and it has been kind of sprinkling. It's not doing anything right now, but it's definitely gonna get stormier later. It's gonna be more overnight though, I think for us, but maybe not. It just depends on how it hits. I don't know. But yeah, it was kind of misty like earlier. Then it got to where it was just kind of like a steady sprinkle a little bit, and then it kind of tapered off, and it hasn't been doing anything for a little bit. But okay, so three, six, well, happy Tuesday to you, Elevator. Yes, I am crocheting on a summer top. It doesn't look like much of anything yet, but it's out of uh, different specialty and crochet yarns. The vast majority were gifted to me, and then some of my own. The sun is full out here, which is what they said we didn't want with the possibility of storms. Yes, and you don't. You don't want that. And that's what kept happening to us there a few weeks ago. It would start kind of calming down. The sun would come out bright, and they're like, that's not what you want. You may think that's what you want, but it's not what you want. And I was like, yeah, we don't. We don't want that. So right now, it's not doing that here. It's just staying overcast. So I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to complain at all. Okay, now I need to decide what I want to do. If I want to start over, if I want to continue with the gray, but I don't know if I want to continue with the gray. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do this row real quick. I just know on the radio this early this morning that it was probably going to stay more north of us. But again, like I said, that's still within about an hour away, a little over an hour away. And you know the timing of all the storms, who knows? Because the way it was looking on my weather app last night, it was going to be more overnight into tomorrow morning, which I know tomorrow I think it's supposed to rain. Oh, here comes the sun. The sun's kind of trying to peek through now. Um, and we do have to travel north tomorrow because Whitney has an appointment with one of his specialists. So we will be traveling in that tomorrow, but I don't know if we're supposed to really get severe weather into the day or not. Right, Sammy. If I could sing, I'd sing it, but I can't sing. I cannot sing for nothing. Wish I could, but everybody says, oh yeah, everybody can sing. No, I can't. I mean, in my car, when I'm by myself, I'm a rock star, but isn't everybody? Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to turn this around and show you guys. Yeah, there's the basket of where she was at. But I have it up on just the form part. Just this right here because I didn't get the stand brought in yet. I can't get it in. It's too heavy right now for me to get it in the house. But see how the shoulders drop. So really, I'm going to have to take it back to about where that green is there and right there. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows is what I'm estimating. Then I'm going to have to take out of that to allow for that shoulder, the way the shoulder kind of drapes off, which I know depending on who is wearing it, you know, how broad they are, how tall, whatever, it's still going to, I think, work out fine either way to be more of a slouchy shoulder for someone or be a regular shoulder for someone. But yeah, look at how long it even is just on the mannequin with this. Yes, I have put it on. That's why I know it's gigantic. That's why I have been all over the place with putting it on. I have put it on is why I've been all over the place because I put it on. So even though I have adjusted around here, I have a lot of puckering right here, but I think what I'm going to have to do with that is just do like the steam, like to loosen it up a little bit, I think is what will be fine on that. And two, it's in the bust area kind of. I mean, it'll kind of be hitting in the bust area. So I think it'll end up being fine. I think I'm going to be okay with like around here. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about that. The sleeves though, oh my gosh. The sleeves, I mean, whenever I put it on before, I adjusted around the placket there around the front. I mean, I'm not kidding. The sleeves are this much too long on me. And so that's going to be too long on anybody. So, um, I'm definitely going to have to take it back. Um, because it just doesn't even look right. It doesn't even look right. It's not proportioned at all. So, right now, I think it is just the sleeves that I'm going to have to do. So, I can sing. I also used to be in the church choir. Oh, looks so warm. Good morning. Oh, it's definitely warm. I mean, it has some weight to it. It definitely does, but it's comfortable. I mean, I have had it on, and I've looked in the mirror, and seen how it fit and everything on me and stuff. Which, like I said, I'm not very tall. Maybe gifted to Hagrid. Excuse me. And it will fit somebody, but the sleeves definitely need to be adjusted. So, um, and even with me shortening it by taking out that last row of granny squares at the bottom, it's still pretty long. So it'll still fit somebody that's even a little bit taller than me, because, and like I said, I can always add those back and it would be a quick fix. I mean, it would not be a big deal to add them back. So, um, would I have to adjust around the neck and stuff? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, probably. But um, I don't know. I can always see, what we need to do about that. So, um, but yeah, for right now, my next little adjustment is going to be the sleeves. So, and this has definitely led me into knowing what I'm doing with this next one that I have in the make. So, um, I have everything ready to put it together. Everything is finished to be put together now. So it's just a matter of sitting down now and putting it together. And oh, my necklace is getting all twisted up. I felt like it was anyway. Yeah, the kids got me. I don't know if you guys can see it. For my birthday. Get right up there in personal. I don't know if you can see it really, but it's the kids' birthstone. It's the kids' birthstone with a heart, so I thought that was really pretty and cute. Yeah, I thought it was really pretty. So, and they're birthstones, even though one is born in April and the other one in November. Their birthstones are very much similar in color. But that's the way with Sam and Whitney. Their colors are really close. No, not Sam and Whitney. Seth and Whitney are basically the same birthstone. Me and Sam are the same. We're two different shades of blue. So it's kind of neat how that happened with us. But okay, now. So no, I'm probably going to do some kind of a short. Um, oh my gosh, I forgot your birthday. It's okay. It's okay. It's my birthday month, I declare the month. Today is my best friend's birthday. So I was texting her early this morning. So we have a ton of birthdays this month. That looks similar to a vest I made too large and have to rework. It's mostly open fillet. Oh, right. Yeah, and this, I was just doing off of just, I didn't go by a pattern or anything, but Lenora did steer me in the right direction of like how many, you know, um, granny squares for the front panels and stuff like that, and how many to do across the back with the one big granny square in the back. So I did have that, the one in your hands. Oh, the one in my hands? Yeah, it's upside down right now, but yeah, it's a top. So, but yeah, it's a fillet too. It's just your, double crochet, chain one, double crochet. It's super easy. Super duper easy. And then I'm going to do a pineapple edging at the bottom. Do like a ruffly pineapple edging. But yeah, hopefully cardigan number 2 will go together nicely and not have any adjustments, maybe. We'll see. And if it does, that's okay. And honestly, doing it and it's planning this second one with the colors that I wanted and doing it that way has made it go so much faster. Because what took me the longest, I think, was deciding what colors I was going to put with what and how, and going back through to make sure that I wasn't doing a bunch of double colors the same, because I wanted them to be all different as much as possible. So you did the edging the way it showed. The sleeves are supposed to have cuffs, but that's a matter of preference, really. Yeah, and I tried to cuff it up. I tried to cuff it up with the length that they were. It's still no. No. And I did add a little bit of an edging on there, which I don't care for that color on there. I had already decided I was going to take it off. But yeah, even having it without that cuff was still way too long, of course. By adding it, of course, even way too long. And, to roll it up even, I tried rolling them up. Still, it was just so we'll see. I'm gonna gradually unwind it. You're gonna gradually undo it. I don't know if I'll go all the way back to that green, but we'll see. I'll just keep trying it on to kind of see because I mean I don't want it to be like exactly made for my length arm necessarily. I'll want it to go down a little bit. But I definitely, yeah, definitely need to take some off. So, oh yeah, I will. I'm not giving up on it, that's for sure. And it's definitely guiding me and teaching me for the one that I'm in the process of making right now. So that's all good. And that's what I do like about doing this stuff. I mean, I don't get too upset about it because I learn along the way. So nice fall, end of summer colors. Yes. And that's what I was gearing for was something that you could start, wearing at the beginning of fall and really transition into winter too. And yeah, I just, I like all the colors. I like how they all kind of came together. And the reason why I chose the colors for this other one that I have is that I kind of wanted to make it to where even like at that between winter and spring, you could still kind of wear it too with like just like a little cami under it and some leggings or jeans or something, and it would be enough to kind of keep you warm if you didn't want to wear have to wear a big old coat or something. So I'm hoping and hopeful on that And really, you could do the same with this one too, but I think just with that's what I was thinking for the color palette, for the second one. Do you have a hint of purple in your hair, or it's the lighting? It's the lighting. I don't have any purple in it. It's the way the light is. My hair tends to draw like a red, but no, it's not purple. I know what you're seeing though, because I was like looking, I was like, yeah, it kind of does, but no, I don't. I think it's the lighting. And I need my hair colored really bad because I'm starting to see kind of some, you know, some tinsel showing through. So, and I have had to reschedule my hair appointment for like 2 months, I think now. So, which is fine, but and I keep thinking, if I would just turn gray like my grandma did, I would love that. But I'm not ready to even try. And really, I don't have a lot of gray, but I can kind of see it a little bit. But I've had this strip right here that has kind of been like a gray white color ever since I was like in 6th grade. So I've always had that. Oh, well, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. I stopped coloring a few years ago for the 4th time. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not ready for it yet, but I've been seeing some of my, school, from like high school and stuff, college friends that have started going, have went ahead and stopped coloring their hair. And it looks really good. But honestly, I don't have a ton. I don't have a ton. My sister, excuse me, she's a year younger than me, and she's full on gray, but she still colors her hair. So, but it's the weirdest thing because I mean you'll go through and kind of look at her roots and she's full on gray. Yes, yes, and I do. It doesn't really bother me too much. So same here. We're adjusting to the pollen. Adjusting to the pollen. Good luck. So yeah, that's why I've kind of went as long as I have because it really doesn't bother me. But I don't know that I'm ready to not to totally do it yet. Which I could and she would and she's really good at what she does, my hair girl, because I used to work with her. We used to work at the same place. And she branched off and went on her own, and so she's my neighbor. She's just up the road. And she could transition me and stuff probably fine, but I don't know that I'm ready yet, you know? I quit coloring 10 years ago because my hair couldn't take it anymore. Yeah. I have never colored my hair. I like the silver. Yeah, and I mean, if it, I wish that I could have kind of the color that my grandma had. It was kind of like that salt and pepper. She had really dark hair growing up, and as she kept her dark hair, and my mom had really dark hair. So I'm the only one out of my siblings, though, that was born with the color of hair that I still have. I was born super dark headed, like practically black, and I've just carried it over. But it does in the summertime, if I am out in the sun a lot or anything like that, it does draw red. My brother is a redhead, but his has kind of transitioned to more of a brown now, and what he has left anyway. And my dad was a redhead, curly redhead. So I get my curly hair from him, don't get my hair color from him. But I only have one other cousin that has dark hair, and that's on my dad's side. So, but I just really I thought with some with my grandbabies, I wondered what we'd end up having, and both of them are kind of blonde redheads. But Annie's side of the family and stuff too has a lot of the lineage that we have on my dad's side. So that didn't surprise me at all. And she's blonde. So but neither one of it, both of the littles, they have some body to their hair and a little bit of wave. Gray, I really thought was going to be really curly headed because Seth has my hair. His hair is super curly, but he keeps it cut super short though. So, but growing up, he'd have it and he would leave it kind of curly. And because I told him, I said, well, all the girls, that's what they like. They like curly headed boys, And but anyway, he still has a lot of curl in his hair, but Gray's kind of tamed down, but Evie's hair is it's getting pretty wavy. So I do it a little a day. It will help. I also have local honey. Good, good. Yeah, that's the way with us. We do the local honey and stuff. Yeah, because I know that one day whenever I just full on opened up my windows, I was like, oh, I don't know, that was such a good idea. I mean, because we've been out off and on and stuff like that, and with the stashing and things like that, we're in and out. But I think that was almost too much overload for just like all at once with the pollen and everything, because it kind of jiggered up our noses a little bit for a few days. And Sam, I think he's just now he was sick with something and then he got over that, and I think it was the same as kind of what me and Whitney had, a touch of whatever that was, got over that, and then he ended up, I think, having some kind of a sinus virus thing or some kind of infection or something, and I think it was because of just the changing of the weather and everything. So he missed a couple days of work because I think he was just dizzy and stuff and it was making him sick. But once they get sick, then it's like a couple of days. Both of my kids, they don't really hang on to anything being sick. It's like they get sick, it's like boom, it hits them, and then it's gone. And they've always been that way. And I thank you, Jesus, thank you, God, that it's always been that way, because they were never sick kids really. There was never any issue with them being sick, and we were so fortunate on that. Okay, what's that? Oh, that's different. I had to refresh my chat. So I've been learning about squirrel tail language. It's very interesting. Oh my gosh, do tell. Yes. Yes, Laura. I never thought about that, Sammy, with squirrel tail language. I mean, I guess that'd be the same as just how dogs kind of interact and the way that their barks and stuff and the way they do their tails and things like that too. So that's interesting. Never thought about that. Okay, that sun is just dancing. It's doing the dance. And we have quite a few squirrels and chipmunks. Oh, the chipmunks. Oh, they are just all over the place. They go 90 miles an hour. If they wag it rapidly like a dog, it means a hawk or predator is nearby, and then they lay it flat to say to hide. Oh, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It just did that in 2 seconds. I heard the hawk. Oh my gosh. Well, that's pretty cool that you got to witness that. And I mean, it makes sense that they have some kind of a language to speak with one another, by the noises they make or the actions or using their bodies for things. So that's, yeah, it's pretty cool. I just wish that I could interpret what Luna was trying to tell me sometimes as she speaks, because she speaks instead of barks. I mean, she barks. I mean, she gets her bark on, but nothing like her talking. So we have rain in Michigan. Hide with a flat tail. Like when they're circling a tree and stop to see if you're still watching it. Yeah, it's got a few more things it does too, but I don't remember all of them. Yeah, and it's drippy here too, Laura. It's gonna be, and we're supposed to be getting some weather, So I'm just praying that it doesn't become severe for people because it is supposed to be more north of us. So, but Michigan did get hit, didn't they? Were you around those areas where it got hit? Because Whitney was just talking about that uh, no, yeah, on Sunday when the kids got back. He was talking about Michigan. It's still laying flat, but the hawk left, nowhere close to the tornadoes. Okay, good. Good that you guys were safe. Yeah, because he said something about, I thought it was in Michigan anyway, that he was talking about a Menards or something that got flattened. And he mentioned a town or two, but because we have vacationed with the kids in Michigan a few times. And I just didn't know. I mean, I had never been to Michigan, but I had several clients that would talk about Michigan all the time and how they just loved it. And I was like, Michigan? Really? And until I went, it was like, I loved it. I absolutely love it. We were in Michigan City, and then what was the other one? There was someplace else we were at too. I can't remember the name. But yeah, I went to the beach. We stayed in an Airbnb. We always stay in Airbnbs, so yeah, that's kind of scary. And I'm just hoping that nobody was injured. Uh-oh, it's back. Hey, Scrollin, how are you? Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. I am so happy you are here. Oh yeah, we did. It was really nice. It was nice, and we weren't far from like a beach area and stuff, and it was nice. I think a chill passed, but hoping I'm remembering wrong. A child passed. Aw. Good and tired after work today. So is everything going good with your new job, Scarlett? I hope it is. Hello, Amanada. There were at least 4 killed. It was bad. Well, I knew it was bad, but Whitney didn't say anything about, casualties or anything. He was just mentioning, I'm uh that's too bad. I haven't done much traveling here, and vacationing was never in my budget. Understand that, Laura. I am actually working on a top from some of that yarn that Lenora gave me, that she gifted me. So I'm in the process of making a summer top. I need to make it just a little bit longer because it'll have straps probably about right in here, something like that. And then the sides that are right here, I didn't make it to fit me. It's not going to be a size for me. It's probably going to be like right around like between a medium large maybe, but make it a little bit longer. And then I'm going to do the pineapple pattern, kind of frilly bottom to it. I'm doing great today, thank you. How are you, Amanada? Wake up at 4 in the morning. Yeah, well, that's the time that I've been waking up every day too, scrolling. So I know how that feels, and I'm ready for June to get here, so I don't have to do it anymore. I'm not wishing time away though. I'm not wishing my life away or anything like that. But yeah, I'm just wanting to have my other schedule back. I really am. And whenever we were up with the kids, taking care of them and everything, I really thought I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be up at 4 o'clock every morning. Nope, I slept in every day as long as the kids would let me. And I was up before them every day. So I did have a little bit of my, alone time in the morning to do my devotional, read my Bible and stuff, and pray and everything, and have my coffee to get woke up and stuff, and just kind of get with my day a little bit before they got up. But it wasn't 4 o'clock. And I was okay with that because I didn't want to be up at 4 every morning. So, but I do like to get an early start on my day anymore. I really do. I used to be a person that stayed up until the wee hours of the morning, and we all know that I can't do that anymore because tried doing that here, back in the day, and can't do that anymore. I mean, I could do like the midnight 1 o'clock, something like that. That's not a big deal. But I'm talking like back in the day, whenever my kids were younger, and that was my time to kind of, whatever, just to be, if I wanted to read, if I wanted to get on the computer, if I wanted to do some crafting or just be, or if I wanted to go to bed early, I could. But 9 times out of 10, I was up until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, then I'd have to turn around and get my kids up, and they had to be up. We were in the country. They were getting on the bus at between 6:30 and quarter till 7 every morning, because they had a long bus ride. So, oh boy. But at least I could go back to bed. But if I was working full time, I had to adjust my schedule whenever I started back to full time. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you. That's when I fell asleep, right? No, it wasn't a good sleep schedule. It was really crappy. It was really bad. Really bad. But that was also whenever I was going through a lot of health issues and stuff too. That's been years ago. Years ago. And thank you, Jesus, that I don't have to worry about that anymore. And I really am on a set schedule now. My schedule is pretty well. I'm in bed at 8 o'clock, unless there's something keeping me up, or if I know that I don't have to be up at 4, then I might stay up a little bit later, like 9, 10 maybe, but nothing outrageous. And, I want to be up at least by 6 every day. So that's not too far off from the 4 o'clock, but I do like to be up. I do like to be up, get my day started. I feel like the days go by so fast anyway that I don't have enough time in a day, to get the things done that I need to get done and want to get done, as far as my responsibilities and all that kind of stuff. I want to get those done so then I can do stuff like this is my reward. It's kind of like, okay, just do your stuff, do what you need to do, get your responsibilities done, and then you can have fun. So even though this is, part of my income, it's fun. So glad there's been improvement for you. Yes, thank Jesus. Yeah. Oh my gosh, difference between night and day. You wouldn't. Yeah. Yeah. My life is totally different. My health is totally different. Even though there's some days, who wants to try to make me think it's not. It's so different. So different. Okay, now I went from blue. I might do one more green. I love this green. I'm just telling I love this green. It's just, I don't know. There's just something about it, and I just absolutely love it. What'd you smell, Lou? I know I should maybe open the windows. It is starting to feel a little warm in here now. I'll get going. Thanks for being here and sharing. See you later. Well, thank you, Laura, for hanging out with me. I was so glad to see you today. And we will talk again soon. You take care. I'm still trying to decide if I want to do my market in April. Haven't decided. I think it'll be very worth it to do it. But there's something in me that's like, hold off. So, you know? So we'll see. I don't know. And I'm okay with that. It's okay. Because I don't think I have to really let them know yet anyway. So, and I was considering emailing them. Have a good day, and Lenora, take care too. Well, thank you. I'll get going. Okay. You have an amazing day, Laura. Yes. Now she's all turned around now. She's facing this way towards me now. And with it being rainy and muddy and everything, I've had to put down an old sheet on the couch so she can lay up here. You see everybody? You want to say hi? See? You say hi to everybody? I know. I know. No, no, no. You gonna get up and move around? Well, say we love you too, Sammy. Say we love you too, Sammy. Okay, be careful. You gotta be you gotta stay no. Because the wire is there. You got to be careful. Okay. Gotta be careful. You can be like a bull in the china shop sometimes. Not knowing your own strength. You are strong. You're a strong girl. Yeah, no, you gotta stay back. You gotta stay on that side. Yeah, there's too much stuff over here. Yeah. I've got my phone plugged in, so you gotta stay there. Oh, okay. You like the green too. I can see you're taking it with you. She went over to the mannequin looking at it like, what's that? She didn't really pay it any mind until she got up and started walking around. So I set it up when she was sleeping anyway. And well, hey Johnson, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Seems like it's been forever. And I am probably going to have to let her out because she's been sleeping for a while. Because usually this time of day is her time to be asleep because nobody's here. But... oh, well, good, Johnson. I'll take fine as good. I'll take it as a good. Okay. Well, she took off with that attached to her, and I don't know where exactly it ended up. Okay, the green. I think I'm going to do the variegated with the brown. Maybe. See, some of this I have to be careful with because I only have so much. No news is good news. Amen, Johnson. That is, yes. That's the way I'd like to keep it. Is no news is good news, and it's always that way. That would be fabulous. That would be fabulous. Okay. Do I want to jump to that brown? I may just jump to this brown because I'm kind of limited. Yeah, I'll jump to this brown. And then we'll go back to this one that's kind of like that cloth with the glitter in it. Because I would like to, I don't know. I say that I would like to end it on some shade of like a brown or something that would go with the brown. But I don't want to do anything too light because I'm afraid it'll like throw it off. But if I do anything, I don't know. Because I'm getting to the end of doing this and have to start doing my pineapple. Just a minute. I will let you out. Real quick. And I will be right back. And assess my green situation because she took off with this and, well, her foot, I think, took off with it. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, the ladybugs are horrible. Oh, get out, get out, get out. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It is like super humid out. You would think that it was like 80 degrees outside right now, and it might be. I don't know. But it's pretty warm. Okay, I'm gonna try to fix my stand to put it up a little bit higher to where I'm not like feel like I'm. And again, to sit on my couch, I have to sit all the way up because my feet don't touch the ground. So I usually don't sit on the couch like normal people. I'm usually half laying on it. But these do recline on the sides, which does make it nice on occasion, but I hardly ever do it. Hey Cindy, how are you? 75 here, just the right kind of rain to make your joints ache. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Johnson. I woke up it letting me know this morning. And that was part of my prayer today is that can we just not do that today? So yeah, I feel better than what I did first thing this morning, but it didn't help that I had gluten while I was north. And when I eat gluten, pain, I that's what happens with me. I get inflamed and get pain. So working and watching me. Yay! I'm glad. Hit 79. Well, I knew it was supposed to be like around 77, something like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if it teetered into the 80 range. But it's like you can see the humidity. You can definitely see the humidity. So I don't know how long she'll stay out, but our high is supposed to be 85 today. Oh my. Yeah. You're just enough in that region, Lenora, that I think you do tend to be warmer than us. Just enough. Yes, it's too soon for 85. I agree. But am I ready for it? Yeah, I'm ready for some warmer temps. Okay, I gotta see. Okay, I think. Right. Yeah, it's a little bit too much too fast. 85 for right now. We are getting rain through Thursday. Yeah, we had it rain every day last week pretty well, and that was getting to me. That was getting to me. And it's let up a little bit, but now it's still kind of gloomy. Yesterday, I mean, we had a little bit of sun here and there, but I'm like, come on, can we have a few days of just some sun with no rain? We are staying cooler than y'all. Yeah, one of these days though, it's going to be flip flopped around though. It's going to get colder up here again. It's going to be in the 30s again. The husband is heading back to Texas in a few weeks, and I am sitting here in Arkansas trying to figure out where to go. Aw. If I go with him, I'm alone in a hotel room all day. Fun, fun, not. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Johnson. But if it's an area, well, I was gonna say if it's an area that you were used to, that you kind of knew stuff around, if it would be something you could do while you're there, but then I don't, if he's gonna be gone and stuff, you probably won't have transportation, so that makes it bad. Okay, I'm gonna be right back because there's a color I'm gonna look for. Take your whip so it forces you to get them done. There you go. You'd have some projects to work on. You back? Are you coming back in or no? What? No? Okay. About the time I sit down is when you'll decide to come in. No. No. I'm trying. I'm trying to decide on color. The color that I want, I know I don't have enough, but I think I can get more at Hobby Lobby, I'm sure. Well, I'm in Arkansas with his family that I know. I'm a little tempted to stay here, but I just don't know what to do. Oh. No. Because I have this color here that is the antique cream, which I can always go back to Hobby Lobby and get. And then I have the sugar and cream that I have plenty of and jute. And they're not that far from each other. I mean, the one definitely is lighter, but it's not so much. I mean, you can tell a little bit more different there. It kind of has a mushroom color to it a little bit. No, the mushroom I left because I knew it wasn't going to be the right shade. But it's ending on the darker brown. I am tempted to use the antique. But I kind of like a little bit darker color with it. I don't know. I'm just going to have to try it. I'm just going to have to try. I'm crochet a little bit and see what it looks like. Well, I guess if you stay in Arkansas, you could have his family kind of take you around if it's stuff that you, I mean, if there's places that you haven't really ventured to or whatever yet, that they could maybe go with you or something. Didn't know if that was an option or not. Okay, come on. Yeah, it's hot. Come on. Look at the window. I don't know what you got into, but are you all wet? Everyone's. Oh, yes, you are. Oh boy. Okay, you're gonna have to wait to get back on the couch. I have to get. I'll be right back. I have to. Here, watch out. I'll put your little this up here. You can lay on it. Okay. handle ladybugs. Oh my gosh, there's ladybugs everywhere. It is nuts. It is just like all of a sudden somebody let off a ladybug explosion. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, we do stuff a couple of times a week. Go to the farm on Sunday. I mean, I found a crochet craft group here. This traveling for work business is garbage. Aw. I'll probably just have to bounce back and forth. Yeah, and it's okay to do that sometimes, of just, yeah. Mm-hmm. I know whenever Whitney was more over the road when the kids were younger, I did not like it at all. And I couldn't go with him. So, oh, the Asian beetles, they look like them. Ladybugs don't invade, but the Asian lady beetles do. Oh, yes. Yep. I call them whatever. Half the time I call them just beetles, half the time I call them ladybugs. But yes, they are those. I think I get a whiff of maybe rain coming again. All the talk about fish, I am now making a tuna fish sandwich. Tuna used to be my favorite, but then I developed a allergy to it, so I can't eat it anymore. But yeah, I used to really enjoy it, but oh, we always get around to food, don't we? Tuna fish, yes, we do. Sammy loves fish, but not shrimp. I don't remember that I have fed Luna a lot of fish at all. Now she has had, um, with the food that we give her, there was a salmon that we gave her a while back. It's been quite a while back. She ate it, and I don't think she minded it, but she is a chicken lover. She loves That is her favorite chicken. Chicken all day. Okay, I'm gonna have to sit back or something. Okay, come on down. What are you doing to me? There we go. Scoot up here closer. Come closer. Okay. Got the scissors. Okay, now we're just gonna wing it on how many pineapples I can get. I guess I could count it real quick. Can't eat tuna, but you've been robbed, Johnna. Oh, believe me. And you know what? For some reason, my chat is not coming up on the TV, and it used to always come up on the TV. I don't know why it's not now. But yes, I agree with you. I've been robbed. I don't enjoy not being able to eat tuna. I actually enjoyed tuna very much. But yeah, not anymore. Because I remember my mom would always ask us what we wanted to eat for, for like our birthdays and stuff. And I'd always pick the tuna noodle casserole because I loved it. That was what my favorite was. And she'd always make that for me. Not anymore. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll see how many pineapples we get on here. Did I skip one too many? I don't blame you for getting in the crick, Lou, but you are, yeah. You're just a little damp. Anyone who does eat tuna, I make my sandwich with mayonnaise and relish and cheese. I did the same thing with the relish and mayo. Did I skip? What am I doing? And we would make like the tuna melts, and I would do mine the same, do it with cheese. I like it that way. I did like it that way. One. Oh, I didn't. Oh, then 1, 2. What? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 1. I got to daydreaming, people. Something, I don't know. I was with you until you said cheese. Oh gosh. Well, I mean, it's just like having cheese on a fish sandwich, kind of, in a way. But I will tell you, there was a friend of mine in school. Her grandma, she was a cook at the school, and she would always get a cup of peanut butter with her fish. I will never forget that. We need to solve all allergies. Oh, yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to solve them all. But I never did eat the peanut butter with the fish. I've not ever tried that. But she loved it. She absolutely loved it. I don't know how she came about that, but oh my gosh, am I going to come out right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I cannot believe it. I came out right. I can't believe it. Now, is it going to be off for the way the pineapples are set? Yeah, probably. Pineapple. Pineapple. Let me see. So is that going to look right? Let me see what I can do. I may have to, yeah, because it's going to end up being, but the thing is, it's going to be wrapping around, so it probably isn't going to matter actually, because it'll just end up wrapping around. So, okay. I think I'm going to be fine on doing it this way. And I'm not gonna continue with the pineapples. I wanted to get them set to see 2, 3, yeah, 2, 3, 4. So because if I do have to end up and doing it whatever, but right now I have the pineapple set at the bottom for this panel. I'm not proceeding any further though because I'm gonna have to join the panels. So I just kind of wanted to set it to see what I was, how it was gonna be. And it looks like it looks like it's gonna be maybe on the ruffly side. So because the pineapples will actually end up being individually done, of course. It's not gonna be like, I'll go and I'll do this section of the pineapple by itself, and on and on. So yeah, now I can start the other panel. Woohoo! And if I discover that I want to kind of set it off different, then I can. We'll cross that when we get to it. I have no plan for this. There's no pattern or anything. I'm just winging it. Y'all should know me by now that I wing everything. Well, if you're talking about the peanut butter, I can't imagine it either. I never ever tried it, and I don't plan on it. I wasn't sure how I felt about these baggies of tuna, but wow, they work amazing. Yeah, there's a lot of people that when I used to work at the salon and stuff, they would eat those. Ruffles sound nice. So now I want chips. Fish and chips. There you go. Well, you are winging it fabulously. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sammy. Okay, so now I'm not going to cut that off right now. So I'm going to start on my other panel. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, I need to count these again to make sure I have the right amount. I've been drinking these Olipop prebiotic drinks as an afternoon treat. They're delicious and a healthier option. I wanted to try one of those. Okay, I found oranges the size of softballs at Walmart the other day. They're sweet and good. I can't remember the last time I saw one this big. Oh, yeah. And sometimes, and it's like, yeah, then you'll go back and they'll be gone. They must be getting the orange tree disease figured out. Yeah, because sometimes, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, I may have too many. I may have chained too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, I did. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm folding it in. To hide it. I chained too many, but I just folded it in to hide it. It was just like 2 chains, so. And you won't be able to see it anyway. Will not be noticeable, so it does not matter. Hide. I may have to take my fuzzy socks off because I have my fuzzy slipper socks on. Aren't you glad about that? That's hilarious. Thanks, I'll be here till the end of the stream. Okay. Add it onto this one. Yeah, it's getting a little toasty. Getting a little toasty. Oh, you have a chickadee outside. That's beautiful. Luna knows the flavor is really temple. Yeah, I have 6 chickens outside. Vanilla, lemon, lime, cherry. Oh, interesting. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Okay, cool. There we go. And I add. No. I'm gonna have to pay attention to the rows that I added on, and no rhyme, no reason, no. It's weird but good. It must be a really big bottle to fit all of those flavors in it. 12-ounce can, they shove it in there and made it work. That is an interesting flavor combination. Oh my gosh, is Chosen here? Here I was just crocheting away and I missed it. It is, but it's amazing. They have many other flavors. I try a new one each week. When in Rome, find Chosen. He fell out of a plane and landed here. Did I tell you my friend sold one of my lambs for $100? Oh my goodness. Johnson, that's pretty good. How are you doing, Chosen? I hope you're feeling better. I wouldn't find anyone else to pay that, but I was pretty happy. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, Johnson. Howdy, everyone. I hope you all have been good in the woods. So far, so good. Please. Oh my, I'm gonna have to go put a t-shirt on probably here in a little bit. It's getting warm. Getting a little warm. Yes, she is. She's on a roll. Oh my god. She is on a roll. Sometimes I am. I might have to turn on the ceiling fan. But then I get up and dust myself. Two. Okay, got that so I can go on. Now, I don't know if I have enough of this turquoisey blue. I'm hoping I do. And the thing is, I always freak out thinking whenever I'm using scrap that I'm not going to have enough, and then I end up having more scrap still. Oh my gosh. Chosen. For if you and Miss Bark want ice cream and whatnot. Well, thank you very much, Chosen. I appreciate that. That was very sweet. Thank you. You didn't have to do that. Hey, Danae, how are you? I am great. I am so glad you're here. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Yesterday's weather was really nice over here. It was pretty decent yesterday. The sun was kind of in and out a little bit. Didn't get quite as warm as what they said it would, I don't think. I mean, it was still pretty warm, don't get me wrong, but it could have been warmer. And now today, it's really warm, but the sun is kind of keeps peeking in and out a little bit. But it's definitely heating up. You're welcome, and I won't lie, I have been seeing some pretty weird chi lately. Okay. You are. Okay. Well, what have you been seeing lately? Now, were you seeing stuff while you were sick and having a fever? Was it fever dreams or what? We've hit 81. Oh, you've hit 81. Oh boy. Oh boy. You're in a heat wave. Heat wave. Oh. Did you finish the granny duster? Well, the first one, but the second one, no. The original granny duster, yes. Um, but the blue and green and variegated and that, no, I have not. It's being put on hold. I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break from granny squares. So, but I'm probably going to work on it tonight, actually, too. So, because I'm doing a short on it, too. So, and I'll probably be putting a short up of the original Granny Duster, too. Because I'm going to have to make some adjustments to it, too, again, on the sleeves. I thought I was going to maybe have to do adjustment on the front, but I don't think so. I think it's just going to be a matter of steaming it out. So, but had you seen the finished of the original duster, Danae? I couldn't remember. I do have her on the mannequin right now. Not the full, she's on the mannequin form. I just don't have the pedestal out for it. I couldn't get it out of the garage. It's hidden in the back, and I was like, nope, I'm not going to even try to get that out. Just one, I think. Well, for the first one, I made two granny squares for the sleeves, big granny squares, and one big granny square for the back panel. Then the front sides took 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 on each side, and then two halves. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes. So 15 on each side with one half one at the top. And then I had 5 rows of 5, but I ended up taking 1 row off. 2, 3, 4. So it was 4 rows of 5 in the back. Now with this one I'm doing now, I'm doing 4 rows of 4, and then the same amount for the 2 side panels. Made the sleeves shorter and the back square smaller. So I guess if you can count that up, it was like 50 some or 60 something squares in the first one. I was playing guitar in a lobby center, and I swear on all the yarn Lenora has, a kid about 2 to 3 years old ran out from nowhere with no shirt and seemed very feral, like a mini Tarzan. He took off, and everyone made it seem normal. Oh. Nope, I need new eyes now. Oh no. Oh, chosen. 62 and 2 triangles. There you go. But I didn't make that many for the second one. So, yeah. I knew it was like 50 something, 60-ish, I couldn't remember. So, but yeah. But with this one that I'm making this time, I'm not making the triangles. I'm just making the regular squares. Is my plan. That's my plan right now to do. So I may change my mind. I don't know. And that's what I said on the ones that I put, is like granny squares for days. So, but honestly, like I said, with this second one, it worked out pretty fast, but it's not as big. How is the new Wi-Fi working? It is working wonderfully. I mean, me watching myself even here, I am like clear as ever. I have not had any issues. We've even had weather go through the one night that I was on, and we didn't have any issues, I don't think. So yeah, it's been doing good. It's not been knocked. I only had one time that it knocked me out, and it came right back. So, and that was when it around whenever we first got it. I think whenever I was first, testing it out. So yeah, it's been good. It's been amazing. Sam's not had any issues. He can stream and game at the same time. He's back doing his TikToks. So yeah. I had someone ask for the Wi-Fi password at work, and they said the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi. Oh gosh. That's pretty funny. Since the ABCs again. Right. Sammy is asleep on my lap. He's such a sweetheart. Yeah, Luna's over here all curled up. She's went back to sleep now too. And I'm wanting her to get her rest because I have a feeling she's not going to be sleeping tonight. Oh, back to my pretty green. If I can. I've already had to untangle this green. I think whenever I had the box opening, was untangling it, and then I had to untangle it one other time, and so yeah. But it doesn't make me not like it. I think it is so pretty. Did I add extra row on that? Yes, I did on both. Hi, Johnna. Hello, Chad. Taking lunch break and stopping in. Well, hello, Willie. How are you doing? Thank you for commenting on some of my stuff. Problem is, I need to get up soon, right? Yeah, I need to decide what I'm going to have for supper. I thought I had an idea, but right now, like I said, well, I mean, I can still cook, but our oven went out. So we're in the hunt shopping for a stove. And I have my air fryer and all that. I can still cook, but cooking the stuff that I really want to cook that really I need a stove for, it's getting old. It's getting old real fast. So I'm having to be creative, and right now it should be, that I should just be doing all my crock pot stuff, Oh my gosh, I've already crock potted it up all winter long. That's getting old too. So yes, I have turkey. I have ground turkey laid out. So I'm either going to do some kind of either tacos or barbecue. So, well, Sammy, I hope soon. But my gosh, some of those stoves that we were looking at, it's like I don't need anything fancy. I don't need this big, all this gadget stuff of having the air fryer in it and, I mean, all this fancy schmancy stuff. I just want a stove. I just want a stove because this stove that I have here, it's had to have been back in the 70s. I mean, this house has been here. It was built in 72, I think. And this stove has probably been here since then, and it just now has went out. So that's pretty good. And that's another thing. It's like they don't make them like that anymore, And I mean, we're talking in the like $1,000. And then I did finally find one that I think it was like 600 maybe or something. I can't remember if that was at Menards or where it was at. But now I can't remember. There was something. Either it didn't come in the. Because I do want. The only thing that I'm asking is I do want a black one to go with my refrigerator. That's the only thing. I just would like to have a black one. And I don't remember if it didn't come in black or if it was because it was electric. I'm going to have to go back and look again. But it seemed like there was something, there was some reason why we couldn't get that one. And I thought, oh yeah, go figure, So Chosen, your donation today, your kind gift and gesture may go to a new stove. Do you have a mega pot, wooden logs on fire? Then it sounds like dinner time. Well, I have an air fryer. I do have an air fryer, and I can cook on the stove top. I can cook on the stove top, but I do have an air fryer. I have a crock pot, and I have a microwave. I can still cook, but it's a pain. It's a pain. Yeah, we might as well go out and just get us some logs and have a campfire. We can cook around the campfire. More tech, more money. Oh, yeah. And that's the thing. I don't need all this technical stuff. I don't need it to be hooked up to my Wi-Fi. I mean, because like my mom, I mean, I love what she got. I mean, it's nice and everything, but I mean, hers has like the air fryer setting thing in it, and I mean, it has all kinds of stuff on it, and it's all these whatever, and I'm like, I'm surprised she even got that really because she's not techie. And I don't need all that techie stuff. I don't need to be somewhere and be able to turn my stove off or on or whatever whenever I'm like stayed away. I mean, yes, and even the one that I seen is that way, is like the touchscreen or whatever, which this one in here that we have, I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it has like all the, buttons. It's digital and all that. And for being as old as it is, I mean, it was a nice one in its day. It served its purpose. But, and Sammy, Whitney doesn't think so. He tried tinkering with it and stuff. And he said by the time that we had somebody come out, somebody fix it, have the parts, we might as well get a new one. He was like, he doesn't think that it's going to be worth fixing. Yes, it is time, and it has lived a good life. It's cooked a bunch of food, and it is ready to go. Yes, it's ready for its transfer to go and be of service elsewhere. Yes. There you go, right there. Yes, you're right, Sammy. He said and whatnot. So, yep. So yeah, we're on the hunt. And I even looked at like Wayfair just to see if there was anything there, just out of curiosity. Because I have ordered a few things from Wayfair, but not like appliances or anything. But I have friends that have, and they have had good luck, and stuff. So I thought, well, I checked there. No, 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 no. Cue the Sarah McLaughlin. Oh gosh. Yeah. In the arms of the angel. Yes. Yep. I know that song. It's been forever since I've heard that song, but yes, I know the song. Now it's going to be in my head. Okay, now I got to find the other end of my green. I have to turn the channel whenever that commercial comes on. It's awful. Yes. Yeah, but you see, I haven't heard it for a while. It hasn't been on here for a while. And I'm the same way. I can't hardly handle it. I did say that, but Luna plus no ice cream equals recipe for disaster. Oh. We can get her a pep cup. We can get her a pep cup. Someone was blasting that song in our apartment complex. Oh no. Oh gosh. Yeah, that. Yeah. Yeah, that song does get me whenever it comes on for that and everything. But like I said, it's been a long time since I've heard it. I haven't had to, but I've also not really been here at home to watch TV or anything too much either. So I'm sure it's still playing. Puppy dreaming. Yeah. Those pictures of maimed dogs just come to my mind. The dog is ruined forever. Yeah, it's sad. And it makes me want to go and rescue every single animal and give them like the best life ever. Have like a little puppy ranch, like a little doggy ranch where they can rehabilitate and run and play and heal. But I have the space to do it, I just don't have the funds to do it. But if the Lord wants me to do something like that, He makes things happen. So, there's that too, you know? Okay, now we're moving on to this one. Need to win the lottery and save all the babies? Yes. How much would you need for an oven from Temu or Dollar Tree? Wouldn't that be great? I could hit up Temu. I guess I could hit up Temu and see. 39.95. Maybe. Watch it be like a blow up oven. Oh yeah, another acorn has been brought to my porch. Oh, how about an easy bake? Hey, there you go, easy bake oven. Yeah, might take a little bit, but yeah. $40 for a box with a picture of an oven on it, right? That's what I was saying, to be a blow up oven, like a little kid blow up oven or something. I've always wanted an easy bake oven. I never got an easy bake oven. Whenever I was little, my cousin had one, but I never had one. We rescued a mama cat and she had kittens last summer. Humane Society helped with feeding them until they were big enough for adoption. Well, that's good that you had a good experience with that, Willie, and had them to help you. That's good. And you know what? My first kitchen, you know how they have the little kitchens now, the plastic ones or whatever. Well, my first kitchen was cardboard, and I remember us No, and literally a cardboard box from a refrigerator my mom and dad had bought, and we made our own kitchen out of that thing. We were little, but we made it work. We cut it all out, colored it up, did all the things, and it was the best kitchen ever. And then for one Christmas, Santa brought us a kitchen, and it was out of cardboard, but it had legit parts and doors and plastic, faucet and sink and all that, in it. But then at my grandma and grandpa's, my cousin upstairs, they had, well, no, I don't know if it was my cousin or not. Who would it have been? Anyway, they had like a tin one that we could play with there. I wonder if St. Jude has a pet hospital. I had an easy bake oven. I used it alone and started making a cake and forgot that I was making a cake, and my sister took it away from me. Aww! You almost burned the house down, blah, blah, blah. Give me back my easy bake oven. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Oh. And you were just trying to bake you a cake. That's all you were doing. You were just baking me a cake. So you tried to make a cake and ended up with a yap session. Luna, what are you doing? I had a cotton candy maker when I was little. Oh my gosh. I'm back. We had a kid doing ding dong ditch. Tomorrow I wait outside. Oh my gosh. It was probably 5 or 6. You were probably 5 or 6. Okay. I'll be back. No, 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 ma'am. Back up. Other way. Back up. Nope. I got everything plugged in over there. Nope. What you were doing. Okay. Okay. Well, if I can wipe off my other lens, that would be great. Oh, there's beetle bugs. Oh, I just got my hook. I just got my hook stuck in my hair. Oh my gosh. I'm falling apart, people. Probably 5 or 6. It's annoying. He woke up, or Sammy. Aw. To the other commercials I can't watch. Sure, fine, yes, I'll donate. Just don't make me watch sad kids, right? Yeah, I know, I know, I know. Yeah, because that stuff too. I sit there and I think of my grandbabies and stuff, and just kids in general. No, 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 Lou. Gotta run. Thanks for letting me spend lunch with you. Oh, anytime, Willie, anytime. Nope. I said no. You get up here, over here. They probably already helped the kids, but have rights to spam ads for more money. And the little street use, as my neighbor calls them. Oh gosh. Little street youths. Well, you enjoy the rest of your day, Willie, and thanks for hanging out with us. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. No, they help as many kids as they can get money for. St. Jude is a really good place. Oh, I remember whenever we were younger kids, like in elementary school and stuff, they'd have fundraisers and stuff, and we'd go to the fairground track to, because it'd be like a bike-a-thon type thing or whatever, and we'd ride around the track, which was actually kind of fun. I don't remember if that was with 4-H or if that was something school related. I think it was 4-H actually. I should say last time I checked, St. Jude's was a good place. Maybe it's not that way anymore. Yeah, I don't know on any of that stuff, Johnson. I really don't. I've not researched any of them, to really know the ins and outs of some of those. Thankfully, we've not had to utilize any of that stuff, as far as anybody in our family or anything like that. We've been fortunate to not have to. Glad places exist to help and to provide. And I do just hope that it is, always funded properly and taken care of and stuff. Because some of these families with some stuff they have to go through, there's no way they could make it. So, I don't know. Okay. You just kind of hanging out waiting. got to go, y'all. Have a great day. Well, thank you, Sammy, for hanging out with us. You have a great day and take care, and hopefully we talk again soon. Found a nickel. I found a nickel, and we'll cash it in when it's 2030. Provided that they're still using nickels. Right then. This whole penny thing, I don't know what, I don't know. I just don't know about that. It's about to drive me crazy, but 2030 isn't that far off. Doesn't that freak everybody out? Freaks me out. Just a little bit. I got to freaking out about my birthday this year. Not really freaking out, but like, oh my gosh. I remember, when I was getting ready to turn 50 and thinking, oh boy. And now, oh boy. Supposed to have flying cars by now? Yeah, according to the Jetsons. It will be a 30-year-old nickel. How else can I make $6 4 years from now? Well, invested in the gold market. Maybe you need to do one of those trade at the challenges chosen. Oh, that was a trend there for a while where people were like, yeah. Oh boy. Okay, now we're on this one. I will put it in a time capsule and say someone thought it was a good idea to make this. Oh gosh, that's good. It's pretty good. Yeah, because it may be non-existent by then. You know, where's the statue of Minneapolis, where in 1992 the youth of the town volunteered to turn in their weapons, and the weapons will get smelted into a statue. Hmm. No whining. Did you guys hear that? That was Rocky. He's cockle-doing. Cockle-doodle-doing. Oh, gosh. Usually at 4 o'clock every morning you can hear him out there when we're up, and then in the afternoon, whenever I'm home, I've noticed there's certain times in the afternoon that he does it. I think it's so funny. It was so funny whenever he first started kind of getting his voice. Oh, it was the weakest, and it was just so cute and funny. Him trying to, but now he's like totally. And he's gorgeous. He is absolutely gorgeous. He's a beautiful, beautiful rooster. happened. I don't remember this. Some kid brought a pop can and it got added to the Statue of 92, which made the past seem funnier. It's down the street from Nicollet Mall if you ever go to Minneapolis. Hmm. Oh gosh. He's still just going. Hey, I just realized that you are sitting on a couch again. You make me a pro. You're just now noticing that I'm on my couch? Yeah, because Luna, she was out here and she was all freaking out. Because she's preparing, I think, for the evening bout of weather possibilities of. I don't know that we're in our area going to get too much, but with the way things are kind of feeling and acting, it wouldn't surprise me if we. So I'm praying that we don't, and if we do, that it doesn't cause a lot of havoc and nobody's hurt, all that. So. Because this time last year, I think it was last year, whenever we were in Chattanooga, around this time, April, March, April-ish. I think it was April. I think it was whenever it was around Gray's birthday. That's whenever we got hit. Damaged that one shed in the back and took out the trees and stuff and neighbor stuff and. Woohoo, another project down and a skein of yarn used up. Yahoo, Lenora. Working right along. I hope a noise gets better since it was ill before. Well, you know. There's going to be parts of it that's always going to be ill. Oh. But anyway, so 'tis the season of the weather. And this year, I was informed that we weren't going to go ahead and do our Gatlinburg trip and that we were just going to do a Florida trip because we have volleyball tournament for my one granddaughter. But now I don't know what we're doing. We may not end up doing anything because they're getting ready, well, later in the fall, have their wedding reception, well, wedding reception, whatever, for like more of a celebration, you know. So we may still not do anything, which is okay with me. I don't care. I'd rather enjoy that than same with Minneapolis. I only have to go back a few times, hopefully. Yeah. Oh, we have seriously contemplated so many times um, moving south. No joke. I mean, because we do love Tennessee, and the kids love Tennessee. My best friend loves Tennessee. We were even talking the other day. It's like, why haven't we decided to move to Tennessee? And I was like, hey, I've already contemplated it many a times. So, but we've not done it. But the thing is, I don't want to sell my house here. And we would have to sell something in order to do that, probably. So, and, you know, it's that much further away from my grandkids, and my parents, of course, are still here. My siblings are here, you know. So I still have a lot keeping me here, in a way. But even if we would move where we would have thought about moving, it wouldn't be that far away from, you know, like driving time and stuff. It would not be atrocious, but it would be hard to get back really fast if you had to, you know, for my parents or something, you know. So more than likely we will not ever be doing that, but I had 135 skeins of parfait chunky. I've knocked it down to 128 and a half since September. That's pretty good. That is really good, Lenora. I completely get it. If I had grandkids in Minneapolis, I never would have left. Yeah, doesn't sound like very many skeins, but I made a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, that parfait chunky, yes, that is, because it takes up room, and I think it is. I don't think the resort states are everything they're perked up to be. Oh no, where I'm going, it ain't no resort. I ain't looking for no resort chosen. And no, some of these people that have moved to those types of places, they're moving back into where they came from and stuff, or wanting to, because like you said, it's not all it's cracked up to be, you know. And I'm not look. I'm that's not no, that's not my cup of tea. But definitely somewhere south, like Tennessee. Really, anywhere in Tennessee would be great, you know, because it's just beautiful, and you can find places where you are in the middle of nowhere, which you know. But again, you know, you're gonna have good and bad no matter where you go. So there's that. So I am just very fortunate and blessed for the area that I do live in. That please, Lord, continue to keep us in safety on this. That we do not have a lot of crime. We don't have a lot of like really bad stuff happen like right here around us. Could it happen anytime? Yes, and I'm continuing to pray for that hedge of protection that we don't have any of that. But what does scare me is where my grandchildren are at. Where they live right now, no, it's not bad, but they're close enough to the city that that stuff is seeping in already because there's been things that have been happening within their area that scary, you know? And that's one reason why we don't leave their house a lot whenever we have the grandkids, because I don't want something happening on my watch, but I don't want to live scared all the time either. I mean, there's things that we can do and we do and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want something in putting the kids in a situation of something happening, with us not knowing the area good enough and stuff like that. And I know anything can happen anywhere. And, that's scary in itself, but just keep praying. That's all I can do is keep praying. I will never ever move back to Minneapolis. Yeah. One of the crimes that happen in this area often is people who do commit crimes wear the common brown and gray jacket everyone else wears here. Well, and I kind of hear the same thing, Johnson, from people that used to live there and in that area. You're not the only one. Minneapolis isn't that bad. It's gross, but not that bad. Yeah, you see, I've never been there, so I don't know. I don't have an opinion of it. I just, that's what I hear from other people that have lived there. And not that there's a ton of people, that I know or anything that live there, but I just, that seems to be. So yeah, I don't have an opinion of it because I've not been there. Don't know. So it could be worse chosen, but not that much. Yeah. And I can't try. I mean, and I don't really watch a lot of TV as far as like news TV and stuff like that. Of course, watch YouTube and stuff like that. But as far as like other everyday TV, like news type stuff and whatever, yeah, for my weather and stuff like that, just the really the bare minimum, really, honestly. And I feel like if I need to know anything else, then I'll have my way of finding out whatever. But I can't even trust any of that anymore. You know, I don't know which way's up or down with a lot of that anymore. So, and I hate that. Hennepin County cares more about Maple Grove than Minneapolis. I don't know what any of that means, so I don't know. So I have no input on that, but I'm sure Johnson probably knows what you're talking about. Hennepin County, a outline of three or more cities connected. Maple Grove, one, or the city's more of a town kind of place. They don't know what to care about. Their priorities are completely off track. Okay, now I hope I have enough of this. I think I do. Well, sis, there's nothing I can do about it. Sun's trying to peek out again. Rocky decided that he was done crowing, cockadoodling. Anyway, I ate my softball sized orange. It was good. Well, that's good, Johnson. I ate some really sour kiwis and now drinking water hurts. Oh, yeah. My phone died. I'm back now. Well, welcome back, Danae. I have to keep mine plugged in like the whole time I'm on live anymore because it just goes so fast. Sorry to hear that, Danae. How did your past? Seriously, I don't know. Oh, it's purple brown now. Chosen. What was your last dream or nightmare about? This is interesting, but I had a dream about a fellow YouTuber that I was talking to them like we were having a conversation, and I've never had a conversation with them before in my life, and it was very interesting. And I wanted to like email her and be like, "Hey, did you have a dream?" But then I thought, she might think I'm kind of weird for doing that because I've, never talked to her before in my life. But you know how you start watching people and stuff, and even if they're, because they do some lives too, but they're more like just content creators that they just, they just put up a like a half hour, 45-minute, hour video, whatever, And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. But it was kind of interesting. Hey, Tracy. Oh my gosh, it's been forever and a day since I have seen you. I hope you're doing good. I am so happy to see you. What have you been up to? I always have a dream. I'm at a friend's house, and it's a huge house, and they have like 10 bathrooms, but none of them work. Oh my gosh. Well, I used to have that recurring dream, about the same house with a ton of rooms. What happened? I'm really hoping I never find a bathroom that works in my dreams. I'm really hoping I never find a bathroom that works in my dreams. It has been a long time. I have been away in Perth, Australia. Oh, wow. And you're doing well. Well, I am so glad, Tracy. And hopefully your time in Perth was good. I experienced this before when I was a kid. I stood on a basketball, and when I went to sleep, I dreamt that I started to slightly hover above the basketball. So I always thought I actually flew. Interesting. I used to have a dream that our elementary school gymnasium was full of water and I couldn't get out, so I was having to just swim around in the gymnasium to try to find the door. And I could never get out. Spam. That was an interesting dream. I had a lovely time with my family in Perth. Oh, awesome, Tracy. I'm so glad. Something funny, Madam So. I have weird dreams. I've always had weird dreams. Tracy, do you know who Luke Boston is? Oh, she's getting her bone. I am working on a summer top. I've got one panel done, so it doesn't look like much yet, but I got one panel done, and my ends aren't woven. But down here at the bottom is going to be the pineapple stitch edging, and I'm going to do it kind of flowy like. I dreamt one time someone tied a bunch of balloons to the chair I was sitting on and it started floating. That was a good dream. Oh my gosh. He is a local Aussie Australian fisherman. No, I don't know Luke Felsholm. That would be an interesting dream. Oh, you just dropped it, Lou. You just dropped your bone. Was that on purpose or accident? I was gonna say I tried to get it, but I can't reach it. It's clear over there. It slid. It's over there on the other side. Okay. Purple. Onto the purple glitter. Even though this is thinner, it's not. I mean, it's thinner than some of what this more fabric one is. But the rest of them, it's not that far off of thickness, and it's working. Doesn't really, it's not really mattering. If any of those words just made sense, whatever, but it's not really affecting anything because it's working up like it's actually thicker, but I think it's because of glitter in it. It's making it feel bulkier, you know? Do you feel you hated the smell of food because of DoorDash? Like when I worked at Walmart, I ended up hating the smell of boxes. Oh, I can understand that because I remember I worked at a bakery whenever I was in college, and yeah, there were certain smells from that I didn't care for anymore. Boxes being one of them, to tell you the truth. Um, But right now, as far as anything smells go, as far as dashing, there hasn't been anything yet. Except for, now that I think of it, it is Lent right now, so a lot of people are ordering fish, like on Fridays. And, um, yeah, that kind of wanted to linger in my car for too long. So, other than that, the dashing part of the food and all that, no, has not really affected me any that much right yet. Ask me, 5 months from now. I don't know. It may change. We're going to be getting into summer, so I don't know, but and it may not be as busy in the summer. I don't know. I'm interested to see what it will be like in my area because I think I still have a fair amount of community that will access the dash. So I don't know how I would feel if I had to deliver clam chowder in the summer. No, oh, yeah, that might not be so good. I'm with you there. I'm with you there, Chosen. Yeah, especially if it got spilled in the car. That would not be good. In 90, 100-degree weather, yum. I moved to a small town, but there's a big town close enough that I can still get DoorDash. But I have to pay like $20 fee, so I don't think I'll be getting DoorDash. Yeah, that's the thing of it, Johnson. I mean, they have broadened it for us even too, where I'm sitting right now. That, yeah, I could too, but there's no way I'm going to. I did use it whenever we were up north a couple of times, um, to get stuff for us for supper or whatever, just because of timing and kids and whatever. And it was just like it was going to be worth it just for me to go ahead and dash. But I'm telling you what, I mean, I see what it is on the dasher side, and I see what it is on the dasher meaning I'm the dasher, the recipient of the funds or whatever, and then on the dash side where I'm the buyer. And it's like on one of our orders that we ordered, and it was for Culver's because Whitney was wanting fish, because that's one thing that he does choose to do during Lent is to go to have fish and stuff. That's what and so, and I'm okay with that, not a big deal. But all it was is that he got a fish dinner. I went ahead and got some chicken, and the two kids, we got them just like little kids meal things, that weren't that much. Now Whitney's fish dinner was a little more because he was hungry and he wanted a bigger dinner, which was fine. But there was almost a $10 service fee on that, plus what was it? Your tax on it. And then of course they put the tip of what they think you should do as a tip. It was crazy. By the time it was done, it was almost $30 with that, the gratuity, the service fee, and the tax. $30 plus our food. It was like, yeah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that anymore. So, but anyway, But the higher the price of the item, the more they're going to take, because they take, I think what I researched, it was that they take 30%, maybe. I think it was like 30%. I don't remember what the percentage was, but it was kind of high. 20 or 30%. I can't remember now what it was, is what they take. As far as, so, no wonder, which to me, I mean, because on our order, that $10 wouldn't have been the 30% of what our order was. I don't think. I'm trying to remember now. But anyway, we're the ones that are actually paying that 30%, I think, and not the business, but maybe not. I mean, it could be a reflection of like through their prices and things, but I think that is the only thing that they do. You don't have to pay to sign up for it, but they take that 30%. So I wouldn't think that it would be on us to pay that as a consumer. That would be, but then of course the restaurant has to raise their prices in order to cover that 30%, right? So anyway, it's you're paying for convenience. That's what you're doing. So, and sometimes, yeah, I mean, if you're laid up and can't do anything, whatever, it is something good to utilize, in times where it's like, okay, but but there are so many people that they use it every day. There's one house that we go to multiple times a week, and sometimes it's not just us dashing. There'll be like one or two other dashes that are along with us that are dropping off at the same house multiple times a day sometimes, because there was one day that we went to the same house twice, and there were other dashers that were going at the same time too, and it was crazy. It was like, I don't know how they can afford it, you know but it's nice to know I can if I really, yes, if you really really have to, because that is one thing that I have said too. That's one reason why I do want to do it, is because there's going to be times where it's like somebody's sick or laid up, or they can't, or they're homebound, and I may be the only person they see all day. I want to be able to help those people. There may be a new mom that she is just like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I can't cook, I don't want to do anything tonight, and she wants to order or whatever, that type of thing. That's what keeps me, like on it and thinking that way and stuff, because there are people that really do, that can use the services and utilize them and do kind of need it. I almost never left the house in Texas. Everything came to my front door. Right? Texas seems awesome the more I hear about it. Texas is hot. I'm sure Texas is hot. Did you also get just because I feel like it fee? Well, I mean, oh, you mean from whenever, as me as an ordering person? Just because I feel like, the service fee is a just because, and I feel like it fee. Because it's like, what service fee? What is that? But I guess, I mean, that is part of what they're paying the driver, I'm sure. It's not all of what they're paying the driver, though. They get the whole tip, but DoorDash itself only pays like $2 a trip. That's all it pays. Unless it's like plus $2 because it's like a perk or something, or it's a high volume time, or there's not as many people working and they're needing people to work, so they entice them with giving you an extra 1 2, sometimes up to $4, depending on where you're at. The only place that I saw it where it goes up to $4 is North. Whenever we were dashing up there, they were offering $4 extra an hour plus the tips you make. So yeah, that's kind of a good deal. But normally dashing, I mean, it's like $2 is what DoorDash actually pays per, just for your regular fee where I'm at. Now sometimes I'll see it where it's like maybe 350, it might be 250. There was one time I got paid 6 because it was a longer trip. Um but yeah, normally it's only like $2 a thing, $2 a gig. So my math brain over here said it's 20%. didn't think he was listening. Food trucks should have the same mechanics as the bus transit systems. I'm definitely saving money. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a good thing to have. I'm not going to totally diss it because I've used it in times, and it's been great. I mean, I've only used it up north. I mean, I've not. And as a dasher, I mean, you do count on your tips. But there are people out there that don't tip for, I mean, they don't. There's some people that if you don't catch it and you have to drive a long distance and you're like, oh boy, that doesn't sound right, you can refuse, but you also get a hit on that if you refuse and don't take the order. So I don't think that's fair a lot of times because if they're asking you to drive, you know, 15 minutes out, I mean, that's actually 30 minutes. It's not just 15, you know? So it's not fair, really. I mean, sometimes DoorDash will go ahead and pay you more. A lot of times they will pay you a little bit more, but they're not paying you that dollar a mile to compensate for that because that's what they do tell you is to look for those that are, at least compensating you a dollar a mile. Well, okay, they're maybe compensating you that dollar a mile to go to, but not to come back because you have to go back to base point. Because I've ended up in way a town over that it's in the middle of the boonies anywhere else and there's nothing there. I'm not going to get an order coming back. That's the only downfall of it. But that being said, the majority of my dashing is in town. So that is where I make my money. Because, I seriously could make a living off of and be fine dashing every day. There is money to be made in it, but not in every town. Like my hometown that's 6 minutes away, 6 miles, whatever. We went and sat there just to see because it's always saying how, oh yeah, wait time of 4 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever, and making it sound like, oh, we're busy. Yeah, we sat there for 45 minutes with nothing. We finally got something from Subway. And we went in, and it was so funny. The guys in there that were working, and I knew them. Well, the one I did. They were like, "Oh my gosh, are you with DoorDash?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "We don't ever get DoorDashes in here." He was like, "It's few and far between." And I'm like, "Then why are they making it sound like they're so busy over here?" I mean, because I thought, well, it's worth it to try it because it's only 6 miles away. The other way is like 15, which still isn't bad. And I've actually had to drive back this direction for deliveries from that town, but then I'm not ready to be done. So then I have to drive all the way back. So, but the majority of the time, they do cover you on those types of trips. But it's usually DoorDash that has paid you, which is good, and they should. But those that want you to drive that far, you're lucky to get $1 sometimes from them. And then other people that are just right there in town, they'll give you like $10 tip. And you only had to drive a mile or a half a mile. And I'm grateful. I am grateful for any of what I get. But it's just, it's like you're using the system. It's like, because I know for a lot of those places, they're getting a lot of their stuff for free because they can use their points or whatever, or there's special deals that they're getting on some of those app like gas stations and things like that. And it's crazy what people will order from those places. And they're probably not having to pay anything for them, even sometimes. So they're just thinking, oh yeah, we'll just get it for free, you know. But the thing is, they probably are. Well, I take that back. If they have the app, if they have the app, they don't have to pay a delivery fee. So there probably are times where they're basically getting their stuff for almost free. And I am not going to do that to somebody. I mean, the dashers that we had, I did. I went by, what they say of, and I wasn't not going to tip them because of, it's not their fault of the service fees and all that kind of stuff, and they need to be paid, compensated for their time, you know. But, and so I did. I tipped them well. I mean, because they're out there working. And one dasher in particular, very nice man. Very nice man. Okay, now I get to switch to, yeah. And not that the other one wasn't nice. I mean, we just didn't have to interact with them at all. So, hey, Caitlin, how are you? Hate the game, not the player. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, because they're making it to where those people can do it. I'm not mad at them necessarily for it. But in the same instance, if it was them out there doing it, they wouldn't think it was okay if they sat and thought about it, And a lot, and I have always said, and I know people don't like it sometimes, I have always said everyone should work at least one customer service job and one factory job. I'm telling you, because then you get a taste of both worlds, and, and I've worked customer service basically all my life, so it's like, I understand and I get it, and so whenever we're out anywhere and it is a service type job, you betcha if they're doing their job, I am going to compensate them well, And I just, because it's hard enough, and those people have to take a lot of crap. And I've taken a lot of crap in my life, because you're the first one. And even if it's your fault or not, you're going to get blamed for it, So, and you just have to learn to roll with the punches, So, it's common knowledge. They can look it up. They would know. I mean, the vast majority of these people, they know. They know Johnson. Hey, Shantika, how are you? I hope you're doing great. Because I've had one, I have had one thing say that something was mishandled or destroyed or something like that. I take pictures of everything, and you're supposed to take pictures of everything. And I make dang sure that I take my pictures and I take a picture as much as I can of whatever's going on. Well, Starbucks, they have it where, I'm getting drinks all the time. Drinks, it's crazy on the drinks, people. It's crazy on the drinks. That's something that I would just never think of dashing. I've just never thought, oh, I want me a coffee. I'm going to have somebody dash that to me. Which, okay, to each their own. I'm not dissing anybody for doing it, but it's just like, So, and I don't know how it was mishandled or anything. I have no clue. But I did know that it came from Starbucks. That's all I know. I don't know to which one because I had two Starbucks that day. And neither one of them did I have any trouble with. But the thing is, some people will do that to try to get free stuff. And I got a mark against me for something, but it said it was minimal, so at least I'm glad that it was minimal. But yet I take my job very seriously and I take care of what I do and I want to make sure that everything's handled appropriately and whatever. So I don't know what that was because the bag was sealed up, so I can't even see how anything is in there. I don't have access to it. I can't open it because if I do, it's undeliverable. And so I can't even, I have to take it for whatever Starbucks is telling me because they don't even give me a receipt in our town. There's no receipt on the bag. It just says the name of the person and DoorDash. You go in and pick it up. You try to peek in it the best you can, but you can't really because it's all sealed up. So I wanted so bad to be like getting a hold of DoorDash and being like, okay, let me see those photos. Let me know what I did wrong because both of those DoorDashes that day, I had no issue. There was nothing. There was no spill. There was no accident. There was no opening of the bag. You should have pictures of everything. So what's up? You know. But I have to let it go. It's not it's not worth whatever. And I hope they got something free. I hope they got whatever they wanted out of it. It wasn't anything on me. I don't get docked any pay or anything, but it reflects on me, when it probably wasn't my fault, whatever the issue was within the bag, because I've already had one issue with Starbucks that was not my fault at all, but they did make it right. And they helped me and did, and so I can't complain about that. It was rectified. I never know, John. I usually just make sure I tip good. Right, and that's the thing, whenever it'll kind of give you like if you go into the app and you're getting ready to order, it'll kind of tell you like the mileage. That's what I went by as far as tip goes because I want them to at least get $1 a mile. And if you think that they did go above and beyond, and if something happened at the restaurant and they're like, hey, this happened, and they're real they're open to communication and keeping on it with you and stuff, and if they went that extra mile, then I have went back and like given them a couple of more extra dollars or so, like $2 or $3 or something, maybe one. So you have the option to go back and give them more if you don't feel like you gave them enough, or feel like they did go above and beyond and you want to show them that you're grateful for that. You can go back in and add some more tip. But yeah, and even if you just go by how much your order was, I've done that too. And because sometimes going by the order and doing a certain percentage of the order that I had, I mean, that very well compensates, and a lot of times ends up compensating more than the dollar a mile, depending on how much you ordered, if it's a larger order. I had a dasher lean the food on the door one time, so I couldn't get out the door to get it. There was a pop right next to the door. I was locked in the house. Oh no. Yeah, and that's one thing, Johnson, that I try to always make sure of, that I have it to the side. Because that's one thing that Whitney said one day. I got back to the terrain and he's like, the way you set that, is the door gonna hit it? I said, no. I said, it looks like it will from here, but I said, no. I always set it to the side because I want it to be that they can open the door and they can just reach out and pick it up. Because, yes, only imagine if you are trying to open it and then splat. Is one of your problems for DoorDash the stoplights in rural areas? But yeah, I can't even imagine. I'm, I'm certainly hoping that I have not done that to anybody. I usually try to leave it away a little bit and off to the side. Uh, Not in rural area. I mean, the town that I'm in is because people don't know how to drive and they choose to use stop lights and signs as roll throughs. And people just don't know how to drive. I mean, it's seriously, in the town that I go to dash in is worse than Chicago. I'll say that. So think I flip-flopped those. Did I flip-flop that? Or no, maybe not. No, I did. I did right. Okay, now I can go to this purple. Oh gosh. And there are sometimes that there are days that I'm glad that I am not dashing because, oh my gosh, there's been so many bad wrecks right in the middle of where everything is at that I am glad I was not dashing on those days. There's a reason why I wasn't dashing on those days because I probably would have been right in the middle of it. Ham and cheese sandwich accompanied by vanilla cookies and then supported with a savory peach soda. Oh, well, nice. I've not had lunch yet and probably won't since it's going to be almost supper time. And I've been on here for almost 4 hours. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get off of here. Okay, I'm going to finish this row and then I'm going to get off of here. I got to get some other stuff done. I've almost got this panel done. So I'll probably have this top done tonight and work on the duster tonight too. Get the sleeves taken off and adjusted, and I'll probably, I don't know. I would like to venture to say that I could even maybe put a few of the squares together for the other one, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Oops, I was going to do something for my husband. I figured I would do it when you were off. I guess I'll do it now. It was nice hanging out with you guys. Do you know what time your next live will be? Unfortunately, I don't, Danae. I don't. This next, until June, I seriously don't know. My next live will be in June. No, it will not be in June. It will be before June, but until June the 16th, to tell you the truth. Until the middle of June, basically. It's still just going to kind of be whatever. I'm going to try to the best of my ability and try to stick with but I'm not guaranteeing anything. And it's just the way it is. I don't like it, but it is the way it is. My life is just whatever right now, and I'm going to be so glad for it to finally something. Something other than this. Not that it's terrible. Not that it's terrible. It can always be worse. Way worse. Oh, way worse. And I just am very thankful that it's not. So until next time, whenever that is, I don't know. So um, hopefully soon. So, you know, and I'll try to be better about putting the stuff up, whatever. So, but yes, thank you everyone for hanging out with me, and thank you for being patient with me, and thank you for still showing up for me. I really do greatly appreciate it. I love every single one of you dearly. I really, really do. And you are a part of my family. So, everyone, take care, and we will talk again soon. Bye. Oh, chosen. Yes. Thank you.